Hi, we're Team Erie, and this is our Capsim Foundation simulation presentation. After the conclusion of the simulation, we finished 5th overall, 5th in the sales, 5th in profitability, 5th overall in the market cap. And throughout this presentation, we will go over the intended strategy, our strategy evaluation, recommendations for future management teams, and the key takeaways we learned from this simulation.
Our intended strategy was a cost leader with a product lifecycle focus. Through this, we wanted to provide a reliable product without being considered premium. We wanted to start with introducing our product to a high-tech segment with hopes to progress into a low-tech segment. Although we did intend on making our product reliable, we made sure to keep our production and material costs to a minimum. We intended on increasing automation levels at first and then eventually level out. In terms of a price range, we wanted to keep our product price at the same as the competitors with a slightly below average price. To manage our finance, we would decrease sales and promotion throughout the years as much as we could, and the investments we chose to ensure that we wouldn't lack financial support would be long-term bond issues with a decision to retire stock made depending on our position throughout the years.
Our primary focus throughout the entire simulation was to produce a durable and reliable product that could be used by a large target sector on account of its affordability. And in that, we succeeded. However, there were some hurdles and financial setbacks due to following the strategy, a cost leader with a product lifecycle focus. Some weaknesses we encountered through this implementation of this strategy was having limited differentiation from our competitors in price and in marketing, and making minimal technological advancements. As our product sales began to take off, we experienced our profit margins increasing despite our lower prices, thus leading us to the maturity growth stage of our product. However, our product did not persist, and inevitably it transferred over to the decline stage. As the demand declines, the overcapacity that was beginning to become apparent during the maturity growth stage has now become disastrous. As our variable and fixed costs began to increase, our revenue decreased. Perhaps if we had more time in the simulation, we would have been able to raise our market and overcome the competition. But even though we did not perform as well as we would have liked, we did gain valuable knowledge that will help us to prosper in the future.
The recommendations that we wish to give the new incoming management team will effectively help them with their future years of running this business. Firstly, we want to tell you to use the Foundation Fast Track very wisely when you're making decisions each week, because it shows a great display of competitor analysis. This will help you to be able to see the strengths and weaknesses of your company, but also to see when there are potential opportunities that arise. So, when they do arise, you can strike them. Secondly, don't be afraid to take on long-term debts and bonds. These will give you the competitive advantage that you need in the beginning to dominate the market, having well-priced and marketed services as well. The consumers then will hopefully become loyal to your product, and with the more money the company is making, you'll have no problem paying off those debts in the long run. Thirdly, use proper forecasting at the beginning of each cycle to ensure that you have enough products at hand to not sell out. Assess the product in relation to the competition, and as the market changes, so should you. This will help to keep competitive prices and to be able to thrive in any given niche that you should choose. Lastly, through our experiences over the years, you should increase the capacity for the products. As the demand for the products continue to grow, you will need to have the resources at hand to not let the consumer down. This is to never sell out. Anticipate the increases in demand and always have enough product. When you increase capacity and automation, the production costs will reduce, and that will lead to more money. And as a business, you will then be able to thrive.
The Capsim simulation allowed us to apply and practice many of the concepts learned in this course. Strategy and goal setting. As each team began on an even playing field, we needed to come up with a business strategy and realistic goals that would allow us to rise above our competitors. Over the course of the simulation, we used various performance metrics in order to identify our strengths and weaknesses to find out how we can improve our position. Profitability and financing. To improve profitability, we needed to work to decrease our fixed and variable costs to keep more of our revenue. It was challenging to quickly learn to manage our sources of funds between debt financing, the stock market, and operations in order to meet our yearly costs, and to continue to grow our company while keeping our debt ratio low. Marketing. Through the core challenges of marketing, we learned how to effectively price our products to remain competitive and profitable. In conjunction with our strategy, we learned how much we needed to market to maintain our visibility in both the high-tech and low-tech segments, while keeping costs at a minimum. Overall, the Capsim simulation allowed us to put into practice the concepts we have learned and to increase our understandings of the concepts by seeing how they contribute to an actual business.